service to the special teams, it's way bigger than that. The third phase of any football team, and special teams provided the spark to begin this game.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Here's Hurts to throw. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Kenneth Gainwell, 34 yards. And the Eagles put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
And here on 3rd down, your #1 goal, don't be a hero, just get the first down. But here, once he gets past the line of scrimmage, the field opens up for him, and he's able to take it right up the gut and into the end zone.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
On first down, Justin Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. On first down, it's Herbert. Now he's flushed out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal, but you take a big sack.
And the pressure gets to him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Herbert. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Nolan Smith. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. On 4th down, Herbert. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Here's a 2nd and 8. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8. Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And now off to the races down the right side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. On the option to give to Swift here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And as a defensive coordinator, you're almost in a no-win situation down here near the goal line. You know how dangerous Jalen Hurts is when he holds on to it. You've got to be prepared to stay with him. So when he hands it off, if you're slow in reacting, this is going to be the result.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Lots of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Now 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia. That's taken on the 25. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just now supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Swift. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
But how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Hurts fumbles it. And picked up by the Chargers. Taking it right down Broadway. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And that one makes it 14-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On the option to give to Swift here. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st down, Hurts. He finds his man, complete. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They'll drop to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Sheds off the tackle, and the Eagles have recovered. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Baylor Tigers. Baylor Tigers. Ready.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Herbert now. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
King, Phil King. Phil King.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 2nd down, Swift. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Smith, the man in motion left. Swift going to try up the middle. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Watkins in motion left. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down. They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
380.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. Again, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Second and 10. Here's Herbert once more. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Herbert throwing again. On the screen, this is Eckler. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point try now from Dicker. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to...
They've got his man complete. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Devontae Smith,
32 yards.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Hey, ram. Go, let's go.
On first down, Justin Herbert.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw here, Herbert.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis.
Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he takes this one back into the end zone.